Hello, Gabriel.
Hello, Martina.
This is our 13th meeting. And I'm wondering how you're doing, because all the trainings are over now. How is it going with you?
It's like having this whole high intensity the whole time, and it's just, even in between the trainings, it was 2 days of like low intensity, but it was still a lot of intensity, and now it just broke down somehow. And I'm here in Sintra. It's in the northwest of Lisbon in Portugal, and I'm gonna stay here for a week. And it's like now I don't have the next step anymore. Like even in the last week I had, okay, like next week I'm going to be in a training, and this week it's like, all right, this week I booked an Airbnb with a friend, and we're going to stay here. And still, like, I have no idea what's next week. I have no idea what's coming. It's like very, very, yeah, in the unknown, a lot in the unknown.
How does it feel? Because now for 4 weeks you knew what was coming next, and now you again you don't know. How does that feel? What do you feel?
I feel joy. The past 4 weeks have been a lot of joy creation of me, of just getting to connection into my joy, because I didn't have so much connection to my joy in the last couple of, well, decades, basically. And I got access to my joy, and it's amazing. And when I go forward now, I have this resource also. So it's about, okay, so it's not only where do I not want to go, but where do I want to go? And I have the possibilities, and I can feel the joy of the fear and the joy, not only the fear of not knowing what's next.
Mm-hmm.
And there are so many possibilities. I've met so many different people who said, oh yeah, you can stay at my place or something.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the possibilities are opening up, and
yeah. In the whole world, or only in Germany, or in Portugal, or where?
In Germany and in Portugal and in the US.
Wow.
And yeah, there's something, it's things are changing somehow, and I'm glad about it.
Things are changing, or you are changing?
What's the difference?
I mean, the circumstances are changing the whole time, but and there are always possibilities. So I'm wondering, when you say things are changing, what do you really mean?
I guess when things are changing, it's actually just me changing and seeing the things differently, and responding to situations differently, and being a different person. And so other people choose to interact with me differently. So like, who wants some grumpy guy in their apartment? Like, there's just it's a different interaction with people when I change. So they interact with me differently, so the situation is differently, so the life is differently. Yeah. And it starts with me changing.
Tell me about your latest experiment, Gabriel.
Last week I was sitting in a cafe last Tuesday with Devin Gleason, and he was telling me, like, I was talking to him about energies that I interact with other people. And I started the experiment just for the training, like Tuesday evening, and then the training from Wednesday to Sunday, of not looking into people's eyes. So I just would look somewhere over here, or I would look here is a very good spot. Actually, that people don't recognize, or even the eyebrow, they don't recognize that I'm not looking at them. And it takes some skill to not focus on the eyes anymore, And also if the glasses, like look over here. And after one day, I realized that actually it's whenever I look into people's eyes, I take their energy and I put them in my space. So I have this personal space. It's my bubble. It's a term, my bubble of space that I hold for myself. And whenever I look into people's eyes for more than a split second, I take their energy and I put it there. Yeah.
Did you recognize that when you started the experiment or before?
I recognized it when I started it because I didn't do it anymore. And I was cleaning out my bubble in the morning, and then I felt, oh, I'm still in my space. Oh, I'm still in my space. I'm still in my space. And I'm not in someone else's space or in some sort of enmeshment or whatever. And then I recognized how much I enmesh my space with other spaces. And that I can even do it without looking at people. I can just sit next to them, and I by now, that's what changed already after 1 week. I by now feel that I have a sensation of, oh, there's some space interaction that's happening. It's like their bubble and my bubble are enmeshing.
What is the thing with looking into someone's eyes? Because I also do this experiment since 8 weeks now, or 7 weeks. And what is it? What is this eye contact? What is the difference between looking there and looking into the eyes? What is your experience? What do you find out?
I really see the person.
When you look into their eyes?
Yeah. When I don't look into their eyes, I can somehow sense the energy of them. But when I look into them, I really have direct access to their core somehow, to the core. And it's a great survival strategy for me to exchange energy, to exchange also sexual energy. And then when I have the sexual energy or the energy of a woman in my space, I'm not so dangerous for them, because well, I'm basically giving my space away to them, so I'm safe, and they're safe also.
Do you also have the experience that, because you were talking about the energy of them coming into your space, and do you also have the experience that they take something out of your energy because they also connect with you and they take something of you? How is that?
Yeah, I would say it's like that when they look at me, I can sense that they're trying to enmesh with me. It's not about them taking energy from me and just using it for something. It's more about they try to take my energy and put it in their space, so our spaces overlap.
Yeah.
And I have it more with women, and I also have it with men. Yeah, I think it's a patriarchy thing to have it with women more. Yeah.
How long will you do that? Do you have plans?
At the moment, I'm in complete withdrawal. So I was in a space and I was talking to a woman, and I feel connection with her, and I would like to talk to her, and I cannot, because the moment she's sitting in front of me, I start enmeshing with her, or she starts enmeshing with me. It's just with almost everyone I can do this. And at the moment I'm going cold turkey, and I have no idea how long it takes for me to, maybe I will, I don't know I don't know what connection is. Like this intensity of enmeshing the space, it's so intense. So it's like being on drugs. So for my whole life, I've been on drugs, and I have this whole numbness bar, and I need to be really enmeshed to feel the connection. I don't really know what connection is. What is connection if I don't enmesh? What is it if I have my space, they have their space, and we're just like touching each other. The spaces are touching, but we're not enmeshed, or even one space. I don't know how it looks like. And like the story I have, it's gonna take up to a year, and I don't know, maybe it takes longer, maybe it takes shorter, but I guess around a year.
The story with a woman that you were telling, that for me it sounds like there is an attraction between you and her, and for me that sounds for me, I have this impulse to say it's a dangerous game. Also, this White Widow, to do this White Widow experiment with this woman is sounds to me dangerous, because avoiding the eye contact with somebody you feel attracted to can be a dangerous game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you just made up the assumption that I'm attracted to her, and
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not attracted to her.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just my survival strategy and her survival strategy. We are maybe dangerous for each other. She's dangerous for me. I'm dangerous for her. So we try to enmesh with each other so we're both safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she gives me her energy, I give her mine, so we're both safe. And I told her, I'm sorry, I want to talk to you. Maybe in a year we can have another try. And I went away. Like I made this boundary of I'm not available for energetic enmeshment at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's like getting rid of a drug. So I sense this withdrawal and I sense this anger that's coming up, and my gremlin is like really getting out strong and trying to fight for something else. And yeah, it's very weird. It's very unusual. I haven't been in a space like this before. I mean, you probably have a similar. I have the assumption that you have a similar experience.
It is, and I have the experience since after I made this for 7 weeks. I had something like a fallback Rückfall. I don't know how you call it in English. So I was flirting around with a man, and after that I noticed that I was doing that. I was aware of it when I was doing that, and after that I noticed that it felt like drinking as an alcoholic. After a long time of absence, I drank a glass of wine. That was the impression for me, and that's really weird. It's a weird experiment. Yeah, I would like to talk to you more and see what you make for experiences. Yeah, what would you say?
At the moment, I'm like, for some days I've been really turned on. Like I'm just been sexually so turned on for no reason, just because I'm in this withdrawal of getting or exchanging sexual energy with anyone, and it's just so somehow it's disgusting, and it makes me angry and afraid and also sad. Of like at the moment I cannot be in connection. Like I cannot. If I would find my dream woman right now, I wouldn't be able to connect with her because I'm not in the state of I could only enmesh with her. And this is, yeah, I'm angry about it and sad and afraid. And I hope it's gonna change. I hope that this experiment of not looking into people's eyes and not exchanging this energy and making the boundaries anytime it happens will shift something.
Where in my face did you look for the last minutes? Where?
I'm also looking not in my eyes, so it's like your screen, and then I have my little picture above, and then I'm just looking into the camera.
Okay, yeah. I was looking at your nose. Okay, Gabriel. Time is over.
Yeah.
See you next week, do you think?
Next week.
We'll be able? Okay.
Yeah.
Have a great time.
You too.
Bye.